What's going on, everybody? Jay here. Happy Saturday morning, and I think I've settled into a routine where I'm going to be giving you guys a review every Saturday, and I think we're just going to call it something as simple as Saturday morning reviews. We always used to look forward to Saturday morning cartoons, so I figured Saturday mornings I'll get up, I'll knock out a review real quick, and it's never going to be something terribly lengthy. It's not going to be like one of my typical reviews where it's like a 15-minute diatribe. It's going to be quick, probably 4 or 5 minutes, and we're just going to go through the key points for a game. Now, today's game we are talking about is Luckslinger, A Fistful of Fortune. This is a spaghetti western hip-hop shooting platformer. I'll get into it. I'll explain it. Now, up front, I want you to understand that this was a game provided to me via review code, but none of my thoughts were filtered through the developer or run through anybody before posting them. My thoughts are my own, and this was a game that was on my wish list anyway that I was going to purchase. So this is a 100% honest review. Let's start with the basics. What is Luckslinger? So Luckslinger, and I'm going to read right from the eShop page here, Luckslinger was partly inspired by the unrealistically fast gunslingers, gritty dark humor, and the greed-driven anti-heroes of the spaghetti western classics, while being wholly inspired by vinyl digging, graffiti spraying, rhyming, and the slow jazzy drum samples of hip-hop culture and sound. So we're going to break down all of those key points and talk about why each of those kind of pulls in and shows you what this game is all about. So starting with unrealistically fast gunslingers, that is your character. You're the Luckslinger. You have a 6-shooter and you are out to dispense justice. And when you do, you collect luck from the bandits that you kill. Now, luck plays a part in the game interestingly. So luck can cause your gun to jam as you're reloading it, or it can cause you to reload quicker. It can cause platforms to fall down as you're standing on them, or a bridge to collapse, or it can cause those things not to happen and you'll be able to go through unscathed. Luck is really interesting in this game, and it's something that you have to collect and you have to be mindful of as you're playing, because things can happen as you play. Like bullets will miss you, or if you're going through and you find treasure, the treasure might be better if you're feeling lucky, but if you're not, you're going to be in a lot of pain. It's definitely a very interesting mechanic and nothing I've ever really played before, and something that is unique to this game and fairly well executed. There are definitely some, I will say I don't fully understand how it's implemented yet. Like it's just kind of explained that, hey, there's a luck mechanic and your bracelet reflects it. And I don't really know exactly how that works yet, because there have been times where my bracelet has been full and I've gotten some bad luck to happen, so I don't really understand 100%, but I do like that there's on-screen indicators. Like when you are having something bad happen to you, you'll have little red flashes in the corners, and when something good's happening, you'll have gold flashes in the corners. It's pretty cool. The dark, gritty humor, as they mention here, there is a cast of characters in Clover Creek and the different bosses that you'll fight as you go that are absolutely hilarious. The sheriff is a horrific drunk. The bosses are hilarious and just want nothing more than for you to be dead. The shopkeeper is a bit thirsty, shall we say? So yeah, it's a very interesting game. It's very funny, it's very well written, and it's something that's very smart, which is not something I necessarily expected to be experiencing in a game about a spaghetti western shooter, but it's really good. Next, greed-driven anti-heroes of spaghetti western classics. That's you. That's the Luckslinger. You are 100% there for the money. Like, you're not doing any of this for free. You're not helping the folks at Clover Creek out of the kindness of your heart. You're helping them to get cash, collect gold bars, and find vinyl. Vinyl digging is something that happens in game where you will find vinyl scattered throughout the game, and that's where one of the most unique and wonderful things about the game occurs, and that is with the music. There are a ton of hidden vinyls, and they unlock new tracks in the game that you're able to listen to in the saloon, and the music in the game is absolutely magnificent. It's all different genres of hip-hop and just sounds awesome. Like, the stuff is great, kind of lo-fi, like, just makes the atmosphere of the game so much richer by being able to hear it. I would love to play it for you in this video, but I don't want to get copyright stricken, so just trust me when I tell you that it is fantastic, and it is something that you will not be disappointed with if you pick this game up. Graffiti spraying is something that happens in between levels. You'll see your character, the Luckslinger, just kind of hanging out and doing a few tags up on a wall. There's a little bit more in the game to just that. You'll notice if you look at the artwork for the game that I'm showing on the screen right now that there is a duck on the screen, and the duck is your buddy and will help you out as you're playing and collect things for you and interfere with bad guys if you're particularly lucky at the time, causing them to not be able to shoot you or throw their pickaxes at you or throw dynamite at you. It's pretty great. I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit on the fence on whether or not I really love this game or I just really like it, because there's definitely some things in here that are a little bit off, like I mentioned. Like the luck system to me is a little bit of a mystery. I haven't quite figured it out yet, although I do feel that once I do figure it out, the game is going to become a little bit more enjoyable for me, because there are parts of the game that are incredibly frustrating because the luck will just rear its head. Now, it's luck, so you'd kind of expect that. It's kind of a random occurrence, right? But when it's something that you're actively collecting and actively influencing via your lucky bracelet, I would think that you're going to be able to be a little bit more lucky as it fills up, but I haven't experienced that yet. And it's something that's probably just I'm missing and I don't understand. The levels themselves are a bit repetitive. They're really well designed. I don't want to make it sound like that. Like, they're not. This isn't something that's just poorly done. It's very well made. It's just once you've been doing a level for 10 minutes or so and you start seeing kind of the same situations again, like you'll notice here in the mines, I've already done a couple of sections where I've had the mine carts rolling at me and I had to jump to avoid them, and I get them again. It's kind of like, oh, all right, well, we've got that again. We can work with that, I suppose. It's just one of those things where it's like, all right, we probably could have shortened the level a little bit to get to the boss a little bit sooner, but I mean, I'm not the designer. It's just something I kind of looked at as I was playing and be like, well, we could have shortened that up. There's some other mini games in the game as well. There's a gambling mini game. There's a quick draw mini game. I am not good at either of them. I don't really understand how to play them. I wish they were explained a little bit better. Minor nitpick, one of the things that's just kind of driving my mind a little crazy, all the text in the game is slightly off center for the word balloon that they're housed in, so it's driving my brain a little bit nuts seeing things just down or up a little bit from center when they're just when they should be centered in the word balloon. It's driving me a little bit crazy. But I mean, that is like the most minor thing. It's just a personal thing that is probably, going to push me over the edge. But all right, so here's final thoughts on Luckslinger from Too Awesome Studio. Do I think it's worth the $9.99 or $7.99 on sale right now? For $10, I don't think you can go wrong. I do think that this is a very interesting game, and it's something unique and something I've never played before. Adding a luck mechanic into a platformer when you're already kind of have to be inherently lucky and twitchy to make a platformer work is a really interesting take, and it's something that when it works really well. It's just something I wish was explained a little bit better. But $10 out the door for Luckslinger Fistful of Fortune. I think you won't be disappointed. Be sure to check it out. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up down below, and we'll keep doing these Saturday morning reviews going forward. And if you're new to the channel and haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything I've got going on. Until next time, guys, I've been Jay. Appreciate you being here. Remember to play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.